Marinus Klasen is the name. My company name is very simple. It's M. Klasen. So I just work with that. A while ago, I first went with the Dutch name Blauw Blad.
Yeah.
It's blue leaf, but then in Dutch, that was in my student time, and then I figured I want to change it all after I graduated. So I just went for the personal name. I wanted to do it more personal.
Yeah.
And, so I went with that, then it works out fine.
No, we were talking earlier. Like you did after you graduated. No, wait, you've been building websites since you were 14?
Yeah. I had a skateboarding club, and so we started with the skateboarding, and a few other guys were publishing their videos.
Yeah.
Also creating websites. It wasn't front page back then, a long time ago. So I was inspired, they call it like that, by those people, and I started building websites myself too.
Yeah.
Just trying to get something going, working in tables, and it was a fun time actually. Trying to publish the videos, but that was all in a very different way than we do it nowadays.
Yeah. Did you make money when you were that young? Like making?
Not at that time, but I think when I turned around 16 or something like that, a restaurant asked me to build their websites. And I remember I was really glad to do it for 50 euros. That was crazy, but I made my first 50 euros on myself. And that was that was lovely.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that was the first thing I did. Yeah. I was proud of it. If I look back at the website right now, it doesn't even exist anymore.
Oh, it doesn't exist anymore. I was gonna say, let's look right now and take a look at it. And then you went to university after you got out.
I never went to university.
Oh, you didn't? No. So you just been building websites since then. You got out of school.
Yeah, I did a 4-year. We call it MBO. Education in the Netherlands. The thing is, I did a lot of self-study.
Yeah.
So the education itself, it didn't really add value to my knowledge, but I wanted the paper to start working for a company.
Yeah.
Although I already knew by then that I wanted to go my own way, but still, it's nice to have a paper at least.
Yeah.
And most of the knowledge I have is just by studying myself, reading about it, Googling about it.
Your development and design knowledge, is that the same? You've just done that all on your own?
Yeah. I'm mostly talking about the
design and development. That's amazing.
Knowledge. Yeah.
That's really interesting to me. So is it mostly books, or mostly just view source and picking it up from that?
View source. Google.
Thank you, Google.
Yeah. Thank you, Google. You read a lot on Stack Overflow, of course.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
And just trial and error. If it doesn't work, search. If it still doesn't work, search more.
Yeah.
If it still doesn't work, take a break and search later.
Go skateboarding?
Yeah, go skateboarding, yeah. Well, that's a long time ago.
That's a long time ago. Do you skateboard now? You don't?
No, not anymore. I love to start skateboarding again, actually, or to do something. Because I need to work in that too.
You can get a longboard.
I was thinking
for cruising,
about it.
right? Yeah.
But here in Vienna, you see the steps, the scooters.
No.
A lot. People
are using the scooters.
Yeah.
Okay.
For transportation. That's
Yeah.
really, I might do that. Yeah.
You might do that in Lisbon.
In Lisbon, yeah.
Yeah, Lisbon. Oh man, I totally screwed that up. Is there anything that you like that stresses you out about being a freelancer?
It stresses me out. Not directly, but
No.
of course, if there's when you go live to production with a website.
Oh yeah.
Then it's scary for a bit. Always the next days. So I would advise to launch on Monday, at least, not on Friday, because then your weekend could be ruined.
Yeah.
But no, not directly actually.
Yeah. You love it.
I love to do it. I love to be my own boss.
Yeah.
To have my own times. And I don't think I'll ever work for an employer anymore. Although if it's necessary or if it's financially not going like it should, then I always have to back up because. When I started why I started my own company is mostly because I could choose for a 4-year education or just to gain experience
Yeah.
for 4 years. And I think you pay a lot for dedication, so you might as well invest that in starting your own company. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out.
Right.
If it does, I think you gain more experience by doing that than to go for an education, because 4 years later, you're gonna be 4 years older, of course, and who knows? You might not even be hired by a company. So when you have experience in the real world, and in practice, then
So good.
I think it's better to gain experience in the real world. So yeah,
You were saying
I just started that.
your original plan was to travel like every few months, even to different that's. I mean, 'cause that's something you could do if you're a freelancer.
Yeah, exactly. I'm location independent, as they call it, or digital nomad. I don't really like the term, but
What's the second one? Digital nomad.
Digital nomad.
Oh, digital nomad.
Yeah,
That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
except
it's a thing nowadays. You got a
Digital
lot of
nomad.
communities and meetups.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
the first place you went to is where you're at now, right?
yeah, in Lisbon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
I'm probably gonna stick around.
You'll
so
stick
the
around.
original plan was to travel and to do a longer term of travel.
Yeah.
I love traveling. I love to
Yeah.
go to places, but in the travel experience I got before, I noticed that I switch places every 3 days, and you don't really get the real culture. You just it's mostly partying, especially when you stay in hostels.
That's it.
For example, so I thought I go to travel for longer terms, 3 to 6 months in each city, and I started out with Lisbon because I knew the city. I had some friends over there, so I might as well go there and see. I'm still in Lisbon.
No,
So I think the plan is not going to.
It's not gonna work?
continue. Maybe later.
Yeah.
It might work. But yeah, I don't. If I have a plan, plans are changeable.
Yeah.
You know? You can change plans. So,
Yeah.
That's what's happening at the moment.
So you're going after clients right now. Like, how do you? So you haven't had to search out clients; they kind of just come to you.
Mostly, yes.
Mostly.
So I don't really do the what's the right word to use?
Like marketing?
Marketing?
Or-
No, I'm not
yeah.
really doing marketing.
Yeah.
Or what's the other word? The one with the Q. I forgot about it.
The Q. It starts with a Q.
No, there's a Q in it.
There's a Q in it.
I don't know.
No, I don't know.
Acquisition. Sorry.
Acquisition. That's what you
There
said.
go.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Let's get back to.
Yeah, you don't really do. Yeah, so you don't do. Typically, the clients that you have now, did you have to go search for those clients? or
Right,
did-
right. We were there. No, I don't really do marketing or acquisition that much.
Yeah.
I should do that, but then new clients come and go. Mostly because of referrals from current clients.
Yeah.
But also if I don't have any current projects to work on, if I got more free time, I use Facebook groups a lot, like the
nice.
advanced WordPress group, and I give tips and advice to people. One day I met Philip via Facebook, and he wanted he didn't have the expertise himself for a specific client, so he called me in and we chatted. He paid me in front. I didn't know him. He paid me 7 hours. In front of that was pretty cool. And we started working. Then Philip quit his job and started to be how do you call that? A lumberjack.
No, you're kidding.
Yeah.
Wait,
a complete
No, you're not.
switch. Yeah.
You're making that up.
No,
he became
I'm
a
not.
lumberjack.
He started to he became a lumberjack. So he wanted to be more one with the nature, I guess,
Yeah.
and switch his career.
Wow.
He referred a few clients of him to me.
Wow.
And that about a month ago I was in Denmark for one of his clients to work on location for a week, and we launched a few new projects. We got a lot of work done. So you can do a lot of work remotely, but especially when you're going for bigger projects, it's nice to have communication more directly. So you can. It also takes more time, by the way. I could say that working remotely is more efficient than working in an office together, because it's you talk more and you get more ideas.
Yeah.
And, it's also a little bit of having fun, of course. But yeah.
You got all of that from basically helping a community on Facebook.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'm currently not contributing to WordPress a lot. I created 2 plugins that we talked about earlier. But no, I should do that more, because I think when contributing to WordPress, you probably get referrals too when people see it. You got something to prove that you're actually doing some building the platform.
Now you work out of co-working spaces also? Sometimes.
Yes, in Lisbon I was at Liberdade 229.
Yeah.
I had